What's your biggest, are you fucking serious right now moment? I gave birth to my daughter after 14 hours of labor. 14 hours. By the time they finally pulled her out, I was so exhausted I could barely keep my eyes open. The nurses wrapped her up, showed her to me for like 2 seconds, and then wheeled her off for the routine checkups. I remember thinking she had the tiniest fingers I'd ever seen. Then I passed out. A few hours later, this nurse comes in with a baby wrapped in a pink blanket. She hands her to me with this fake smile and leaves before I can even say anything. I'm holding this baby, staring at her face, and something feels wrong. Like that gut feeling you get when you know something's off but you can't explain it. This baby had a birthmark, right near her left eye, kind of shaped like a comma. And I know for a fact my daughter didn't have that. I saw her face when she came out, no birthmark. I pressed the call button and asked the nurse if she was absolutely sure this was my baby. She looked at me like I was insane. You're just exhausted. All newborns look similar at this stage. You'll see the resemblance once you rest. But I wasn't tired anymore. I was wide awake. I told her again that this baby had a birthmark my daughter didn't have. She sighed really loud like I was wasting her time and said, "Ma'am, I've been doing this for 12 years. That's your baby." I called my husband. He was down in the cafeteria grabbing food because he hadn't eaten since the night before. When he came up and I showed him the baby, he froze. He looked at me, looked at the baby, and said, "That's not her." We both remembered. Our daughter had this little red spot on her shoulder. The doctor even pointed it out. This baby didn't have it. And this baby's nose was completely different. We told the nurse again. This time she got annoyed. Like actually annoyed. She said, "Are you seriously questioning me right now? I literally handed you your child." My husband asked to speak to a supervisor. The nurse rolled her eyes and left. 20 minutes later, some guy in a suit shows up. Not a doctor, not a nurse, just some hospital administrator who clearly did not want to be there. He suggested we do a DNA test just to ease our concerns, like it was us being paranoid. The nurse, who was still standing there, actually laughed and said, "You people and your drama, this isn't some soap opera." I wanted to scream. They took the baby back and said the test would take a few days. A few days. In the meantime, they brought our actual daughter back like nothing happened. I knew it was her the second I saw her. That red spot on her shoulder, her nose, everything. But they didn't apologize. They didn't explain. They just acted like we overreacted. 3 days later, the DNA results came back. It wasn't our baby, obviously. We were right the whole time. You'd think that's when they'd apologize, right? Admit they screwed up? Nope. The same guy in the suit came back and said, "And I swear this is word for word, mistakes happen." It's not like she was hurt or anything. I stared at him. My husband stared at him. I said, "Are you fucking serious right now?" He just shrugged, told us the hospital would look into it. That was it. No apology, no accountability, just corporate speak and fake concern. And that nurse, the one who rolled her eyes and called us dramatic, still working there, still on the same floor. I saw her 2 days later when I went back for a follow-up. She didn't even look at me. It took us hiring a lawyer and threatening to go to the news before the hospital finally did something. And even then, all they did was quietly move her to a different department. Not fired, not reprimanded, just moved. We got our baby back, but we never got a real apology. Just a generic letter from their legal team saying they take patient safety seriously. Yeah, sure you do.